guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a little bit of a different end of the month weigh-in and update video. If you've been following along my weight loss journey starting in 2025, I've been eating mostly whole foods. I started the year out animal-based, moving into more whole foods eating over the last month. I follow a calorie deficit focusing on lower carb, higher protein. I lost 10 pounds in January and now we are nearing the end of February. I'm a couple days shy of the end of the month, but I'm weighing in early because today I'm leaving on a girls trip with my mom, my aunt, and my cousin. This trip has been planned for over a year. We're jumping on a Royal Caribbean cruise out of Galveston, sailing to Mexico. So I get some girl time, some mommy me time for the next 4 days. But I wanted to get my update in before I left on my trip because I thought it might be interesting to see if I go into my vacation with a healthy, balanced mindfulness mindset, how it would affect my weight loss journey in the next week. So while on the cruise, I'm definitely going to enjoy myself. I haven't had any drinks yet in 2025. I will consume some alcohol, but I'm not a big drinker even before I cut it out for my weight loss journey. So I'll enjoy some tropical drinks or wine at dinner. My eating habits, I'm just gonna try and eat pretty close to what I do at home, finding some options on the menu that are more of like a protein and a veggie or salads, still having some indulgences here and there because we're all about balance, but I'm doing that not because I'm trying to restrict myself on vacation and be too crazy about things, but just because I know I feel best when I've been eating that way. I don't have all the bloating and skin issues from eating too much sugar, and I'm someone in the past who has had an addiction to sugar and overeating. So for me, it's not that I'm restricting myself on vacation, I'm just trying to be balanced about it because I know for me, it can be a trigger to be around just unending sweets and drinks and all the stuff that's great to indulge in once in a while for me, but I can't eat it constantly or that's all I crave, and it totally takes over my mind and the food noise just goes off. I've been able to cancel out so much food noise in the back of my mind, that nagging thought of always, what am I eating next? What am I gonna have next? What do I need to go buy at the store? When I go through a store saying, I need this, I need that, and just wanting everything all the time, I am more clear-minded. I don't have that as much anymore when I'm eating more of this whole foods based way. Also, traveling with my mom, she definitely loves being active and walking on vacation, so I'm just gonna try and keep up with that. We're definitely gonna be challenging ourselves to do as much walking as possible on the ship because no one wants to wait around for an elevator for a ton of time when you could just walk a couple flights here and there up and down the decks to get to where you need to go. So again, I'm not counting my calories or protein intake or my steps specifically while I'm on vacation. I'm just trying to be mindful and balanced about enjoying this fun time. So that being said, I did weigh in this morning for my almost end of the month of February weigh-in, and I weighed in at 301 pounds. You guys, I was so hoping we were gonna get past that 300 number this month. It has been over 3 years since I have been below, and it is a really big goal of mine, but something else I've noticed this month that has been just positive, regardless of what the number on the scale says, is so many of my outfits I pulled for this trip, I did not buy almost anything new. I pulled a bunch of stuff from my closet that I either had and like, I didn't love the fit of it, or it's a little bit older before I had Nora. And this is the first time postpartum I'm fitting back into those clothes, and it's like I have a whole new wardrobe, but I didn't have to buy anything. A few of the dresses are even a little bit loose. So I'm down 4.5 pounds this month, but I'm definitely changing in my sizes, which is super exciting. So that's my little update. This month has gone really well. I've been really enjoying adding vegetables and more seasonings back into my plan. I think doing animal-based diet strictly in January was a good reset for me. It helped me cut out those really aggressive sugar cravings I was having after the holidays. And now I've taken like the next step, just incorporating more fresh whole foods that weren't included in the animal-based diet, but still trying to cut back on processed sugars and foods and just eating more healthy, clean, whole foods based meals. So that's the update. I'm not gonna do like formal daily vlogs of my trip, but I am gonna bring you guys along and share some clips of how I'm being mindful on my trip. So who's ready to go to Mexico? We're going on vacation. Good morning. It is day 2 on Mariner of the Seas, and I'm starting out this morning by getting some morning fitness in. I'm going to do a pickleball class with my mom. I'm excited. I've never played pickleball before, and I think it's gonna be a fun little activity for us this morning. windy for pickleball. They canceled. So now we're walking the track and getting some steps in. Even though I wasn't following a step goal while I was on my trip, I did bring my Fitbit with because it's sometimes nice just to kind of track and see how many steps I was getting in a day. We ended up walking 1 mile on the track, which was 8 laps. They had music playing outside and there were gorgeous views. Couldn't ask for a better environment to get a little workout in. After our workout, we met up with my aunt and cousin in the dining room for some breakfast. One of my favorite items is their market vegetable bowl. It had lots of veggies and eggs. I got it with a side of bacon for some extra protein, and this fruit on the cruise was a staple for me at every breakfast. It was delicious. Here's a quick little peek at our stateroom. So we have a veranda standard room. There's the restroom on that side. That's the front door. There's a little vanity desk with drawers, a couch. My mom and I are sharing a room, so we had them put the beds into 2 single beds instead of, they can push them together into like what they call a Royal King, I think, on Royal Caribbean if you're traveling as a couple. And yeah, those are just our beach bags. And then the lovely veranda space so we can hang out outside, enjoy the weather, but it is covered, which is nice. A couple chairs and a table. A quick little change. We just had a nice breakfast with my mom, my aunt, and my cousin after we went walking. It's beautiful. It's very windy still, but it feels so warm and so nice to get that fresh air on my face. But we're all changing and I'm gonna head up to the pool deck to go sit out and maybe read for a little bit. We spent most of the day enjoying the sun at the pool. When we came back for dinner, we had the cutest towel animal. I think it's a little bear. We got changed and headed down to dinner. Tonight's theme was a taste of Italy. I enjoyed the Caesar salad, a delicious filet of sole, and had some tiramisu because balance. After dinner, we enjoyed some of the evening entertainment. They had a variety of things. They had music and dancers and comedians aboard the ship that rotated each night. And of course, we finished the evening with a nightcap in one of the lounges where I had my first chocolate martini, which was delicious. Good morning, it's day 3. We just arrived in the port of Cozumel. We are getting off the ship for a little bit today just to do some shopping, and then we're gonna get back on and enjoy some of the quiet time on the ship while other people are out doing excursions. We have a couple Carnival cruise ships parked next to us. The port, I think, is on the other side of the ship, so let's go check out Cozumel. We started off with breakfast in the dining room. I had some eggs with bacon and, of course, more of that delicious fresh fruit. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. We just kind of walked around the port of Cozumel right off of the ship. We went shopping. Of course, we had to get some little goodies to bring back to my girls. Our favorite shop was definitely this little store that sold Mexican chocolate and hot chocolate, fresh local coffee, and vanilla. Of course, we checked out all the novelty items like this extra large margarita glass and really just enjoyed taking everything in, the sights of the clear blue waters. We got a great view of our ship, Mariner of the Seas. You can't come to the port of Cozumel without your classic picture in front of the giant Cozumel sign. And they did have some tourist restaurants like Senor Frogs and Margaritaville, but we decided to get back on the ship. We enjoyed more drinks by the pool as well as some hot dogs from the hot dog stand. Then when we headed back to our rooms to get ready for dinner, we had another fun towel animal, this monkey hanging from the ceiling. And tonight was a Taste of Mexico theme in the dining room. And this had to be my favorite meal I had on the ship. I tried escargot for the first time and it was actually pretty good. For my main, I had carne asada. The marinated grilled flank steak was absolutely delicious. Our servers had some evening entertainment. It was just such a fun, happy environment and atmosphere and a really great day in Mexico. Good morning. It's very early on day 4. This is our last full day on the ship. Our room is on deck 6 and I'm just heading down now to go grab my mom and I some coffee for the morning. Our pickleball clinic got rescheduled to this morning, so hopefully, as long as the wind isn't too much again, we should be learning how to play pickleball today. I brought my mom and I back some pistachio lattes today. There's our view from the balcony. Open water. We're just at sea today, no stops. That's our last full day before we get back to Galveston. But I don't know, even sitting out here on the balcony, it's pretty windy today, so we'll see. I may have to go find myself a pickleball class back home in the Houston area. I've never played before. Let me know in the comments. Have you guys gotten on board with the pickleball trend? Are you guys having fun playing with friends? It seems like a great way to be social and do something that's active with friends, which is, I feel like, great for when you're just trying to live a balanced, healthy, active lifestyle. Pistachio lattes
are some of my favorite from Starbucks. I always try and get one because they're a seasonal flavor when they're out, and I haven't had one yet this year. What I usually do though is I do use almond milk instead of their regular whole milk, and I get 2 pumps of the pistachio, which normally it's 4 in a grande, so I cut that in half, but I add 2 pumps of the sugar-free vanilla, and that kind of helps balance out the sweetness, but cuts back a little bit on the calories with the almond milk and some of the sugar-free vanilla. So cheers. It's so windy. Still too windy, so Mom and I are walking on the track for some exercise this morning.
We have a little towel animal friend. What do you guys think it is? Is it a koala? Might be a koala. After our walk up on top deck, it was time to get ready because we had one of these specialty lunches at Jamie's Italian today. It was so filling that, to be honest, by dinner time, none of us were very hungry, and we kind of just had some appetizers at our main dining reservation. Today, we also took in the ice show, and this was probably my favorite of the entertainment options on the ship this time around. It was a circus theme. The music and ice dancing were so fun to watch. It's just amazing to me that these performers can do these things on a boat that is rocking and rolling, and today we definitely felt those waves rolling on the ship. Since it was our last night, we also had to check out the tiki bar, the bamboo room. We tried the peanut butter piña. This sounded like such a unique drink. It actually was very good. And when we got home from our vacation, my mom picked up the ingredients to give to Josh for a little birthday present because he loves screwball whiskey, so we could try remaking them at home. We closed out our final evening by attending the 80s theme party night on the promenade. We really had a great time on this little girls trip, and I hope we do it again soon. Hey guys, I am back from my trip. I've been home a couple days now. My mom was still here visiting with us and the kids, so it's been a crazy couple of days, but I am home. I had such a great time on the girls trip with my mom, my aunt, my cousin, some really great quality time that we just haven't gotten to really spend together as really adults without our kids around. It was a good balance of like fun, going out and about doing things, as well as relaxation. I feel like I was pretty impressed on the ship, the number of eating options. I definitely was always able to find things that I felt that I wanted, and kind of stuck to my idea of the plan I had in mind, which was for breakfast, I kind of powered up with protein like I do here at home on my normal days with some eggs and breakfast meat or veggies. Fresh fruit. The fruit was amazing on the ship. Everything was so sweet and so fresh. I did indulge on some specialty coffees while aboard because that's one of my favorite things when I am traveling, is just being able to have that luxury of buying coffee out. It's not something I do a lot here at home. I make a lot of my own coffee, so it was kind of fun to get fancy coffees. And even though I got my pistachio latte that I really wanted because it's in season right now, one of Starbucks flavors of spring, I still did my healthier twist on the pistachio lattes that I was having by swapping out the milk for almond milk and kind of cutting in half the sweetener and adding some sugar-free syrup to balance it out. But I do that if I get coffee out when I'm home too, because it gives me that specialty flavor, but it's not too sweet. I realized when I was putting all my clips together and editing stuff from the ship, I didn't really show you guys a lot of what I had for lunches on the ship. Some days we had lunch, other days we grabbed kind of like a snack in the middle of the day because we had the early seating for dining at 5 o'clock. Lunch and dinner seemed to run almost right next to each other. But we ate at the buffet twice, both the day we got on board the ship, where I had, I think, a salad with like some Mediterranean flavors. And then the second day we ate at the buffet again, and I think I did a burger. Day 3 was Cozumel Day, and we were by the pool in the afternoon after we got back on the ship. And we did try out Mariner of the Seas has a specialty hot dog stand right by the pool where they had a bunch of different kinds of hot dogs and sausages. I got an Italian sausage. They had a bunch of different toppings. And it was kind of the perfect little poolside lunch. And the last day I showed you guys that beautiful salmon I got at Jamie's Italian, even though that specialty restaurant was an extra cost on board the ship because we used one of my cousin's travel agents. They were able to get us some onboard credit, and we were able to use that towards our lunch that day, and it was free. The salmon was very good, but it was very, very filling. I mostly ate the fish. I didn't touch the couscous as much because I've noticed now I don't eat a lot of carbs and grains, and whenever I do, sometimes it can make me feel like overly full. So I mostly stuck with the salmon protein, and then I did indulge in a little bit of dessert, some tiramisu, which was very good at the specialty Italian restaurant. Dinners we ate all in the main dining room, and they really had a lot of different offerings. Each night was kind of a different themed menu, and it changed every night. But for the most part, I stuck to just finding like a protein with a veggie on the side, just because not only do those meal items appeal to me, but they also make me feel good. I don't feel overly full, especially when we're running from the early dinner to some of the entertainment in the evening and we're staying up later. I just didn't want to feel like sleepy and sluggish. I wanted to be able to go out and enjoy that fun time. We would stop and have a cocktail after the entertainment at night, and I knew I was splurging a little bit more, having some drinks during the day, so I tried to keep my food pretty balanced. I don't feel like I was restricting myself and didn't eat something that I wanted. If there was something I wanted, I had it. I just had a reasonable portion of it, and I tried to balance my day with things that I would normally eat every day on my weight loss journey at home, with a few splurges throughout the day. It helps that I was traveling with my mom, who's very active, and we definitely got some great walks in every day. We didn't hit the gym ever and do like a serious workout, but I felt pretty active. We also chose to do the stairs a lot while we were on the cruise ship, just because waiting for elevators can take a lot of time sometimes. And our room was on the 6th floor, which was very centrally located. We really only had to go up and down a few flights in either direction to get to everywhere we needed to go. So that's kind of how I stayed balanced on this little girls trip vacation. I did weigh myself the first full day after vacation, and I was only up 1 pound. I did jump right back into my healthy whole food way of eating when I got back home. That's how I make sure I don't feel any guilt about enjoying myself on vacation or during special holidays or events. You just get right back on plan the next day, and I always feel like my results balance out. So I did go ahead and meal prep some of my go-to bacon, cheese, and egg breakfast bites, some cottage cheese flatbread wraps so I could make low-carb sandwiches for lunches, and a really easy crock-pot barbecue chicken for dinners. Some easy, healthy meals that put me right back on track. And I will say I've now been home a few days. I re-weighed in this morning, and I'm already down that extra pound of vacation bloating plus some more. And I'll be sharing more of that update with you guys probably in my mid-month weigh-in. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you enjoyed it. I have lots more content to share on my health journey with recipes, meal planning, grocery hauls, all coming up for you. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.